that remotely. That's what we do. So there's a lot of benefits to working with Marquis. First of all, again, that deed, we guarantee, in fact it's warranted, that it is free and clear. There's no liens across it. There's no encumbrances of any kind. And in fact, what we're going to do, if we're not done with the rehab when you purchase that home, we're even going to rent it back from you for up to 3 months so that, again, we are putting our money where our mouth is. We want our clients to be successful. In fact, I will go out there and issue this, this kind of a statement, and I can do this very, very securely, very, very easily. I want all of you to go out there and Google Marquis Properties and see if you can find one negative thing about us. You won't. Not one negative comment, even though we've been doing this for 3 years. Why? Because we take care of our clients. So we go through and we rehab them. When we rehab them, we don't cut every corner. We go out there and we finish that house so that it's going to be a good investment for you, and you're not a lot of money into it. We have property managers that we trust and we have experience with, and you know what? We use them as well. These properties, we rent them and we're making money off of them until you buy it from us. So guess what? We're clients just like you, and we work with the right property managers. And what that means is immediate cash flow. There's no realtor fees. There's no closing costs. And the thing is, we can get this done in this few of just a single day. So you immediately walk into equity at these, and each of these properties has been personally inspected by us, as we talked about. Chad's on the road right now. And the numbers work for each property. If they wouldn't work, we wouldn't buy it. So we discount the purchase price, we give you a turnkey product, and we support you going forward. We're here to answer all your questions. And in fact, if you go to sell that property, we'll even help you with writing up those contracts so that you can sell it without having to go through a broker. It really is a true turnkey solution. Now, I've seen a lot of people out there that talk about their turnkey solution that's anything but turnkey. So what we do is we deliver a finished product. So just look at an example of the rehab. Again, I could show you some really, really nice rehab instances, but I'm just going to show you the average one, what it looks like. Little home, kind of beat up. Looks pretty good, though, after we get done with it. Look at that bathroom. No sink. Just kind of a mess in there. But we turn it into a nice little rental, a rental that you're going to make money on every single month. And the thing about it is that when we go into a neighborhood and we get done rehabbing it, it's the nicest house in the neighborhood. Now, there may be a couple of properties for rent there. Which one do you think they're going to rent? The one above or the one below? Right. They're going to rent the one below, and it's going to command a higher rent per month. Now, property managers are literally going to make or break your investment. You definitely need somebody out there that's looking out for your best interests. Now, I'll kind of leave this up on the screen while I'm talking. This is Renee. Renee is one of our property managers and is great at what she does. Now, we're going to replace that picture because it makes her look really dour, and she's actually a very pleasant person. But we work with her, but you know why? Because she works for us. See, you may have 1 or 2 properties with Renee, but we have 20 or 30 or 40 or 50 properties with Renee. And because of that, she respects what we've done for her, and she takes care of us. She takes care of our clients. Because as far as she's concerned, they are us. And so it's this mutually beneficial experience where we provide a professional service, and she appreciates that, and she provides a professional service, and we appreciate her. That's the kind of team that you're going to have standing behind you, a team that's going to help you from beginning to end. So how do you get started? First of all, tell us what you're looking for. Different people have different kinds of goals. We'll then go out there and find properties that meet your criteria. We'll find, comps and valuations. We'll send you pictures. We'll give you an area profile. You can use Google Street View to go and look at the property and walk down the street. And once you've decided on which property you want, we handle the closing for you. It really couldn't be any more simple. We introduce you to your property manager. You start receiving that rental income immediately. And then over time, once you've let that house season, we would recommend you go take some money out of that property and accelerate your investment strategy by leveraging that first property to buy additional properties. Folks, it just isn't more complex than that. We didn't think this up. We just do it extremely well.
Yeah.
So where are you going to get that initial money to get that investment going?
Right.
Well, some people have cash, and there's a lot of cash out there. But if you don't, that doesn't mean that you can't participate in this game. A lot of you have self-directed IRAs or money that you can put into a self-directed IRA or 401k, and probably that money's not doing much for you. What if you could invest it in these types of properties? Well, guess what? You can. Roth's even best. I love a Roth because you could go out there using a Roth. You've already paid taxes on that money that you're using to invest. And so 10 years down the road, you sell 20 homes, make a couple of $1,000,000. How much money do you pay the tax and pay in taxes to the government? Not a penny. Love Roths. A great way to get into this market. And really, when you call us, your property consultant is going to assist you and help you figure out ways to make this all a reality for you. Now again, real people, real examples, and $45,000, $5 a month, 13% ROI. She's bringing in $5,600 a year in positive cash flow on that property. John, duplex, bought it for $50,000, rented it for $900 a month, 17% ROI, $7,200 a year in positive cash flow. Positive cash flow, in other words, after all their expenses. Are you making $7,000 a year on your investment?
Yeah.
Well, if not now, when? There's a couple of questions I think that only you can answer. And you really have to seriously ask these questions of yourself. Really, how serious are you about investing in real estate? Folks, I hear people all the time say, oh yeah, I'm serious about investing in real estate. I've spent $5,000, $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 or more learning how to invest in real estate. And I ask them, well, how many properties do you have? Well, I haven't bought anything yet. Guess what? You haven't made any money yet then either. So if you decide to wait, what is it that you're waiting for? What is it that you're waiting for? Really, another question you should ask yourself is this market unique in any way? Do you think this market's ever going to happen again? Do you think we're ever going to see a dive like this, at least in our lifetime? I would guess that the answer is probably no. And if the answer is no, and you don't get in, boy, you're going to be kicking yourself up one side and down the other for not taking advantage of it. Because right now, even common Joes can get in and can win big in this market. Lastly, how much money are you going to make on the sidelines? It's not very exciting sitting on the stands. If you want to hit that ball out of the park, you got to pick up your bat and get in the game. That's the only way to make it happen. And again, that is not a sales pitch. That is reality. And I'll tell you, I've lost before in my life. The first time that, I was working at a Novell and I was working for this company, I was making good money, but I decided that I wanted to get out. I wanted to do my own thing. And so I went out and I bought ostriches because this market was going to replace beef. It was a red meat, but it was lower in fat content than turkey. It was going to be the next big thing. Lost $28,000. People looked at it and they said, that's got to hurt. Well, you got to feel stupid. And I said, I don't feel stupid at all. Because my next swing at the ball was my software company. And that one worked out pretty dang good. I think people are probably still laughing at my first swing. But I wasn't done. I picked myself up off the ground. I put my bat up on my shoulder, and I said, bring it on. Folks, if you want to get in the game and you want to make money, you need a partner that's been there before. We're doing it. We're doing it now. Our clients can tell you that that is the case. But it isn't going to be there forever. You need to get in. You need to get that property. We can't, there's not an infinite number of properties out there. And even if there were, we can only go through so many homes per month. Why? Because we want to make sure that these homes are the right homes. We don't buy just anything out there. And, it takes time to get them rehab. It takes time to clear the titles. We can only do so many. So you're going to want to get in and get that done. How do we do that? It's first come, first served basis. See, every time you call in, all those applications are time-stamped. The first people that call in are the ones that we work with. We can't work with everybody. And I know you've probably heard that before, but if you think about it, it just kind of makes sense logically, doesn't it? We only have so many homes. So we can't work with everyone. Typically we're working, through about, 10 to 15 homes a week. You have to decide, is one of those homes going to be your home? That really is the question. Are you going to get off the sidelines? Are you going to make it yours? I hope so. If you do, call the number. And we're not going to give you a sales pitch. You're either interested or you're not. You have the money to do it or you don't. And I'm just not going to sugarcoat it for you. I'm not going to tell you that we can take $100 and turn it into $1 million. We can't. But if you have the ability to get one home, we can show you how to make it 2, and eventually 4, and eventually 8, and eventually 20. But you've got to get out there, and you've got to get in the game. You've got to get started. And it doesn't matter whether the shades are yellow or pink or green. Our homes are the kind of homes that you can make money with, the kind of homes that you'll be proud to own because they are good little rentals. And, you can pay as much, but you probably can't make twice as much on the rent. And why would you even want to try? So hopefully this makes sense to you. Hopefully you want to get engaged. Hopefully you want to partner with us. Give us a call. We'll tell you what we can do for you. And if we can't help you, we'll tell you that too. But I know we can help most of you.
Hey, Todd, this is Todd Morgan here again. Can you hear me
Come on
okay?
in. Yes, we can. Come on in. I'm pretty much said all I can say, brother.
Yeah, okay, awesome. So, guys, reason why I brought the Marquis online, they're, first of all, very good friends of mine. These are some of the most quality, highest integrity people you're going to meet, okay? And they do a great, great job with all of the properties that they're doing. They do a great job in finding the best deals, rehab, and they take, obviously, a small profit, but they pass on majority of the profits to you, and you get a properties well on their market. But here's the thing that I want to talk to you about. Pretty soon I'm going to be launching a brand called 7-Figure Wealth Blueprints. Everyone on the line here is going to hear about that, and you're going to love what I'm doing on this. But to go to a bigger income, okay, you've got to get recurring income in your life. And you've got to learn how to leverage other people's time, other people's resources. Could you go fly all around the country? Could you go try to do all this and make tons of mistakes and skin your knee and fall down and make a bunch of bad decisions and then try to work through the process to try to tweak it and get it better like Marquis had? You could do all that, but I can tell you right now, the guys that make a lot of money, and we have some of them on the line actually here probably. We have a lot of very, very successful people on in this world, in this database here that listen to these webinars and other things like that. But, I mean, the key is leverage, okay? You could make 10% more money, and but you might make a lot more mistakes as well. So you've got to leverage the experience of the corporate buyer like Marquis. And I'm telling you right now, if you've got money out there on the sidelines in your 401k and your IRA, if you've got money that is not making you at least 10% a year, what are you waiting for? I've got people, man, I remember, even a couple years ago, people would say, oh, man, I wish I would have got involved in the real estate boom back in the 70s when the prices were really low. And I had friends of mine that would tell me that. And now we're here. The prices are back to the 80s and 70s. We have a rollback. I like to talk about, Walmart. They offer rollback pricing, don't they? Well, we have rollback pricing in real estate right now, okay? And so, and I also want to say this, okay, first of all, leverage. You must, if you're going to go to the next level in terms of income, especially recurring income, you've got to leverage the resources of the people. Marquis, they do an incredible job. I mean, you're not going to be able to duplicate, I would say, I'm not going to say 100%, sure that there's no one out there that can duplicate. But for most of you, you're not going to be able to duplicate everything they do, and most of the risk is on them. If they don't have the property rehabbed, guess what? They're paying the rent, okay? They're putting most of the risk on them. If they didn't check the title and they didn't get it free and clear, guess what? You get another home, or they're going to clear the title and pay for it themselves. Okay, but the bottom line is you're always looking in real estate for the risk factor. Most of the risk is on them to provide you an incredible opportunity with incredible product that has incredible cash flow. It's going to be